every child realizes they must grow up. Because, whoa, I don't remember him murdering Rita Repulsa.
Killing bitches.
I don't remember this.
I don't remember this either. I thought it was just really corny. Wait, this is a White Ranger?
Yeah, that would be Tommy. I don't remember Tommy being. I remember Tommy being awesome. I don't remember him being.
That awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Power Rangers were kind of. I missed the boat because I was more in like Ninja Turtles in like the late 80s, and then Power Rangers, was like I was too old for Power Rangers when it came out. So I never really got into it. But I just know of it because it was like it was the big thing after kind of like Turtles went away. I think Power Rangers kind of took their place as the big like kid thing to get into.
They've existed in Japan forever. Like that's all that like they did. Is this was originally Japanese property called Sentai.
And then it was adapted for the American market or something called Power Rangers.
Yeah, so like all of the Zord fighting and stuff like that. That's all the Japanese stuff. Normally, like when they're in costume and they're fighting, all of that stuff's from like the Sentai. Like so, all of the transformations and stuff like that. All of that comes directly from the Japanese stuff.
We are from MyGamer.com, by the way. You can check us out. You can follow me on Twitter at ZackGaz, ZackGaz. That's Gillman, as always, controlling, button mashing his way through.
Yeah. Well, it's a fighting game, so...
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. It's morphin' time.
I remember Power Rangers, the TV show, like the few episodes that I watched when I was, a kid. Every single episode was basically the exact same thing. Like, there'd be a bad guy. He would, wreak havoc, kind of like Godzilla a little bit. They would fight him as, like, the Rangers, ninjas.
And then he would get his ass kicked, and then he would get bigger.
And then they get bigger, and then they fight the bad guy when he's bigger, and then they all morph together into the super robot. And then they kill him with, like, one punch, and there's, like, bad sparks that go flying. And then that's the end of the episode. Every single episode it was the exact same thing.
The Sentai stuff was a little different. Like, they constantly, like, you can, like, in that, you could constantly show up and be too late to save the day. Which was, like, they would constantly have, like, issues with, like, heroes, like, having, like, really messed up backstories that... Like, their entire town died because of XYZ. Like, and it's like, yeah, and you can't save you literally cannot save everyone, so... it's one of those things that the Japanese version was, like, slightly more interesting, but it was also... I think that one was geared more towards, like, teenagers... But it was, like, kind of what we would probably call tweens.
Did you see the bad Power Rangers movie that like came out like a year ago or something? Or
I was thinking about going to see it, but I heard so many people just straight up say like it's not even worth going.
Yeah,
it's like a funny thing to do.
I went to go see, like the first Avengers or whatever it was. And there was like a preview for it, and I was like, that just looks terrible.
Yeah.
Power Rangers hasn't even been around, like, in America here for, like, a long time. So, like, to have a Power Rangers game, I feel like it kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, maybe
that's what's weird. It's been around for, I'm going to say 20, 25 years at this point.
The press release said it was, been around for 25 years. But, like, is there, like, new Power Rangers on TV now? I have no idea. But
where did
this game come from?
I cannot answer that because I don't, like, watch TV. I know that in Japan, I don't think it's like a yearly thing, but it's sort of like Gundam, that if it's not every year, it's every other year or something close to it. So it's like, just because there wasn't a Gundam this year doesn't mean that there's not going to be like a Gundam next year, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just
Oh, I was wondering what the hell was going on. Like the screen is like flickering, and I'm like, that's fucking weird. And then, oh, that's Lord Drakon.
Lord Drakon.
Yeah, but that's Tommy.
Were we just training here in this area?
Yeah, this is the prologue or some bullshit.
And then, yeah, each ranger had a certain weapon. This guy's got a gun? You can have guns with Power Rangers?
No?
Like, why are you going to fight this dude with the bow?
Well, it's the Pink Ranger.
He's not. It's just, because he's the Pink Ranger, so you can go up against an AK versus this bow and arrow.
Well, yeah. I know that, like, in reality, like, one of the guys who played one of the Red Rangers, because they changed, like, every season, murdered his roommate with a fucking katana.
Like in the show or in
in real fucking life.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
They should tie that into an episode. Like he pulled, like he's having a bad dream or something, but
no,
that's crazy.
There's no they try to downplay that as much as possible.
When he murdered a bitch in real life, damn.
There's like a whole bunch of like really dark history about like the way that like the Power Rangers used to be made. Like the Blue Ranger, was gay in the first season. The guy who played it, and I guess like he was like super bullied constantly, like the entire time.
Like on the set?
Oh yeah, like constantly. And he said it was like a really bad experience and everything, and it was like I can remember like when he was telling that story because it was like behind the music or something, like one of those.
Yeah,
and I'm like, he says that, but like everyone else had stopped doing the show, and I remember him being there for like 3 more years afterwards. Like he was still fucking there, so I get that it was a bad experience, but like, why are you still hanging out then? Just like the rest of the cast has left.
Because there was like Power Rangers, and then there was like Power Rangers X or Neo or something like that, Neon or something. Like there was a few different.
Well, there's been a ton of them, and
and that's what I think this game is doing, is trying to tie all of them together. Like the ones with the bad costumes are the old ones, the ones with like the future, Gundam kind of costumes are like the new. It's like I don't follow Power Rangers, but that's what they're kind of power battle for the grid. What is this grid that they speak of?
Who knows,
man. It seems weird because they it seems to me like they just came out with the Power Rangers game out of nowhere. Like it was a couple years ago, I want to say, there was a Ninja Turtles game made by Platinum Games, because I played it and I reviewed it. And to my knowledge, there was like nothing new Ninja Turtles for like, at least a few years by that.
There's almost always Ninja Turtle cartoon going on.
Yeah.
And I would probably bet money that there's probably a Power Rangers thing going on right now. But this doesn't seem to be tied into that.
Yeah, I think this is going to be its own thing.
Which is
because the press release is saying like yeah, exactly. And it was saying that the original Rangers are like voiced in the game, and one of the standout features that they were promoting pretty hard is it is crossplay. So if you're on PC, you can play people that are on Switch.
That's cool.
Which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's glad to see developers trying to do that, even though sometimes Xbox and Sony and Nintendo don't exactly play nice together. But
To my knowledge, the only people that actually care anymore is Sony.
that's what I heard too. Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it's not like this game is like graphically
intensive.
super intense. So so it's like it could only be on a PS4 Pro or something. But
yeah, I think it was like Rocket League came out and said like,
yeah, I think you're right.
They were like one of the ones that were like, we would do it, but like
but
the
Sony
platform. No, they said like the platform holders won't let us, and like Microsoft came out and said, we don't care. And like it was like everyone's like Sony, and I think like Sony had to finally say, yeah, it's fine, we don't care. Like you actually have to like call them on it, but Microsoft has repeatedly said like we don't care about crossplay anymore. Like as a matter of fact, they've implemented it as like a feature between Xbox One and PC.
Yes.
On all of their first-party games going forward.
What is the fighting mechanics of this game? It seems to be just more of like a straightforward kind of just a Street Fighter 2 with, you got what, like strong punch and upper punch, and you build up your super bar at the bottom there, but yeah, light punch, heavy attack. Light, medium, heavy.
It's more of a simplistic. It doesn't seem like any down towards or anything like that.
Yeah, it seems to be Street Fighter-ish, where you got your kind of your weak, medium, and strong. It doesn't seem to be like you can get a couple.
It's not the most complicated.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean that there's like the depth isn't in like the combos or something like that.
Right. This is like you just hit a 3-hit combo, and that's I don't you get a 1-hit combo, great, but it's not Killer Instinct where you're gonna get like a 59-hit combo.
Well, who knows? Like I haven't seen high level play of power.
Oh, I remember that monkey guy. What's this guy's name?
I don't know. Rapezord?
Rapezord?
Oh, do I get to play as him? I do.
Dang.
Playing as Rapezord.
Yeah, it doesn't give it doesn't give his name, it just says player and enemy.
Oh, she's way cooler when I'm not playing her.
And everybody seems to have a weapon, Soul Calibur-ish.
All Power Rangers had weapons, they just rarely fucking used them.
Right. I kind of remember something about that.
Yeah, that was something that was like... They sort of had them, but that was like... That was like that was a weird thing in America with, like, you want to downplay weapon... Oh, okay. Weapon usage just because...
Yeah, it's kind of like
violence
the G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exact. Because, like, if you ever go back and you watch, like, old G.I. Joe, you watch the Ninja Turtles, they have these weapons, but they never use them, or they, like, use them where it's, like, instead of slashing with the sword, they'll, like, just butt them on the head with, like, the handle of the sword or something.
She has, like, a scimitar and a musket.
I saw that.
She's like a pirate.
Yes. She's got to load each bullet individually.
I really hope that it's like a minute and a half fucking like load time between shots.
Yeah. I still don't... I'm having a hard time seeing Power Rangers with guns. It just doesn't... I must be missing something here, but... I'm not...
They've always, like, one of the last moves was, like, they would merge their weapons into a gun to defeat the enemy, and they do that all the time.
And they always defeat the enemy. They never kill the enemy.
Well, in the American version, that's certainly true.
Well, according not to that first cutscene there, somebody got shanked right in the gut. Whoa, super move.
And there was actually a couple times in the American one that like really nasty stuff happened. Like I think it was like when it was going into Power Rangers in space. Because it was that was
Power Rangers in space.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, jeez, what?
There was a period of time that it was like I was in college and I'd wake up hungover Saturday morning, and it was just like, what else am I gonna do? except
Oh,
like
man, I didn't know.
wake up and watch really bad like Saturday morning cartoons.
What the hell what are they doing in space? I don't, what I mean, who are you gonna
Oh, I
fight?
think they like captured. They had captured Zordon, so they were chasing after him.
Oh, jeez, that sounds intense.
Then after Power Rangers in space, there was Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, which
What?
yeah, they had space travel technologies, so they were going to colonize another I forget what the premise of that was, but it was fucking weird.
There's been a lot of DLC already released for this. There was the whole season 1. I guess they got a whole batch of season 2. Some of it has been free DLC. Some of it's been paid. So it seems like they're putting some effort into this. I mean, I guess it must be a wanted kind of a game. I didn't know that, like, people still want Power Rangers. They still give a shit about it. I don't know. Like,
I think it's like a more serious take on Power Rangers is what people wanted.
yeah. I mean, how many Power Rangers games have we had? I mean, there's been some bad, like, Super Nintendo games, I think, maybe, but...
There's been a lot of Power Rangers games. At least
I didn't think
one on every platform. I know there was a PS2 one. And I know there was a PlayStation one.
Let's see here real quick, because I didn't think that Power Rangers... Let's see. Got Battle for the Grid. You got just simple Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in the 16-bit era. There was another fighting game on SNES. Power Rangers Dino Thunder on Game Boy Advance. There was Lightspeed Rescue. That was on Game Boy Color and N64. I don't remember that.
Yep.
And Power Rangers. Oh, there was Time Force.
Yep.
There was
a weird
movie.
fucking talking owl in that.
Jeez, there's Power Rangers SPD. I don't know what that is.
Time Force or SPD. That was
SPD.
like a cop game. That was like special.
Man.
That was like one of them was a like firefighter.
In 2017, there was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle on PS4 and Xbox One. I don't remember that at all. Then there was Power Rangers Samurai. Holy cow! I didn't realize it went this deep. Wii and on DS, there's Power Rangers Wild Force.
Oh God, I remember that game when I worked at GameStop. I remember that game, and
What is happening right now?
People would get so angry about it being bad too.
Power Rangers Super Mega Force, Zeo Battle Racers on Super Nintendo, Ninja Storm. Oh, I think I played Ninja Storm. I'm pretty sure I reviewed, because that was a THQ game, and we had a lot of THQ coverage back in the day. I want to say I'm almost like 100% that I reviewed Ninja Storm. I couldn't tell you a single thing about it now. Then there's Power Rangers Mega Force on 3DS in 2013. Don't remember that one. There's even a Power Rangers Zeo Full Tilt Battle Pinball on PlayStation 1.
Yeah. I told you there was been a shit ton of...
this is... Oh man, Power Rangers Super Samurai, Power Rangers Dash on the iOS, Power Rangers Card Scanner in 2012. There's been a lot, actually there's been a ton of mobile games.
Well, yeah, it takes $0. It takes $0 to develop.
Jeez. But yeah, there's that, okay. Yeah, there's been a lot of Power Rangers games. I just haven't given a shit ever, so I haven't followed it. But I guess people really like Power Rangers. This is
well,
like
it's a perennial thing. So like, there's always
the parents are just be like, oh, I know Power Rangers. It's going to be like fun combat, but without like the super bloody violence. I'm just going to buy this for my kid because.
And it's like something that like you can
license. It's that licensed stuff that parents just, I'll just get this because it's safe.
Well, yeah, and your kid likes it until they're probably like 12, 13 years old.
Yeah, agreed. You got to be like 9 to 10, maybe 7 to 10 might be ideal for Power Rangers age.
Yeah. All right, so what do you think about this game? Better than you probably thought.
Probably better than I thought. I mean, I didn't. It is kind of a simple fighting game, which is probably why they designed it, because little kids are going to be playing it. They didn't want to make anything too complicated. That's my assumption, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's not so bad. I guess if you like Power Rangers, it kind of, compiles the last 25 years. There's all these different types, samurais and Neos. I just list them all off, but I guess a lot of them are here, and they seem to be supporting it because season 2 of DLC is released. So, and it is crossplay. So there's some effort put into this. What do you think? You got any opinions?
I like it. It's decent. I haven't said anything negative about it. Talked more about Power Rangers than I have anything bad.
The actual game, yeah. But yeah, it's... I guess you could do a lot worse,
Yeah. I mean, the plot is nonsensical, but...
I was going to say, maybe it doesn't make sense. Because they're trying to,
I don't think that they were going in for, like, deep... makes you like, that's a real thinker, guys! Gonna have to, like, sit down and change my life. Kind of grade plot, but...
I mean, it's Power Rangers. You're getting into bad costumes.
It actually feels like it's a fitting Power Rangers plot. I will say that.
Yes, that's very true, because every Power Rangers plot has been
this insane,
nonsensical. Totally. I mean, it wasn't like season 1. There was like a face on the moon in a jar, and then he told you what to do or something.
That was Zordon. God, come on.
Zordon, of course. How can I?
He was on the moon. That was Rita Repulsor, and they took her out of a dumpster that was sealed on the moon. God, you are not good at this.
I need to. Is Power Rangers on maybe Netflix or something? Like, is this?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Does Disney? Disney doesn't own.
Saban owns it. I don't know what that means beyond that.
Yeah, because I was gonna say maybe it's a Disney plot, but it's not. That's a different thing. But
nothing will ever beat Big Bag Beetleborgs.
I can't.
It was during the heyday of fucking Power Rangers. It was like a spin-off. There was a couple that they tried to bring over. All of them were just awful, just awful.
Yeah, I remember
VR Troopers.
Oh, VR, yes, that was the competing. Yes. Oh, I totally forgot about that. That was Power Rangers like knockoff. Because they went into like VR and they had like helmets or something. I don't remember, but I remember that was
not good.
That was not good at all. Yeah. But anyway, thank you for watching. You could follow us at mygamer.com. That's where we post all of our news, reviews, streams, whole bunch of good stuff there. So check us out. You could follow us on Twitter at mygamernews on Twitter, and you could follow me on Twitter at ZackGaz, ZackGaz. Thank you for watching, and until next week, game on.